USA 9 News at 5. We're staying on top of that breaking news in Southeast D.C. That's where we know that one person is dead and 2 others injured after a Memorial Day shooting. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Leslie Foster. This happened about 3 hours ago on Savannah Street in Southeast. That's in the Congress Heights neighborhood. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz is live at D.C. Police Headquarters.
Yeah, and Rafa, we know that you're there because police actually told you to stay away from Savannah Street because this is still an active situation. What more are you learning?
Yeah, Lorenzo, Leslie, we want to be fully transparent with our viewers. So we were actually at the scene and we were able to see multiple scenes that were happening all at the same time. There were at least 100 people gathered at one place over on 13th Place Southeast. And then we were also on Savannah. We took the advice from police and decided to come to police headquarters. We want to show you some of the footage that we were able to capture when we were on scene. And as you mentioned, about 3 hours ago, police say they responded to the multiple scenes and they found 3 people who were injured. Now, police has confirmed that 1 person is dead, and that is we were told that's a man. So 2 men were actually found shot and unconscious inside of an apartment building, and it appears that a 3rd victim was found outside with non-life-threatening injuries. That's what police are telling us right now. At least 2 of the people were transported to an area hospital. We're still waiting to hear an update from police about how they're doing. But as I mentioned, 1 person is confirmed dead. A man is dead following this shooting in Southeast DC. And it's also important to note that DC police has yet to let us know whether they have made any arrests in this case. I can tell you that there were dozens of police officers talking to neighbors. You know, this happening during Memorial Day weekend when a lot of people were having cookouts. So the good news is that there were a lot of people who were able to witness what took place. But the bad news is that innocent bystanders could have been harmed during this entire incident as it was playing out. We were actually able to talk to ANC Commissioner in Ward 8, Salim Adolfo, about this entire incident. He says that just on Thursday they plan to have a public safety meeting because residents are just fed up with the situation that they're dealing with, and we're seeing those crime numbers slowly go up after experiencing a dip in crime last year in DC. This is what Adolfo had to say near the crime scene. Let's listen.
Well, some of the things that we definitely want to see in this community is, increased lighting, keeping the community clean, having activities that we can involve our children in, providing more mental health resources, making sure that we can get our children engaged in constructive activities and ways that we can learn how to resolve conflict without it escalating into a violent situation.
We're obviously heading into, summer crime tends to rise. In terms of public safety beyond, what can the city do in terms to help out the community?
Well, one of the things that we could do is make sure that we get the resources that we need. We know this is budget season, so putting more effort into agencies that can actually help us resolve some of these issues. We know we need the community response team from the Department of Behavioral Health to be here in the community. We got to deal with better housing conditions. We need more economic development in the community. And once we can do these things, we'll start to see our community improve.
Now, I can tell you that emotions were high today, and understandably, again, it's Memorial Day. This is a time where people reflect on those who have served. And again, it's a time where people spend together as a community, and this all playing out. I can tell you that some of the people were visibly upset and were telling us that they, did not want the presence there as this was all panning out. Again, we have 1 person who's confirmed to be dead. We still don't know how the other 2 people are doing, but we are told that one of the people that was outside of the apartment complex, those injuries are expected to be non-life threatening. No word on any arrests so far. This is going to be a long investigation. As we're told, there were multiple people arriving to the scene to kind of help piece together this puzzle. It's still unclear what happened that led up to this shooting, but we of course will stay on top of it, and we'll be monitoring all updates from DC police and making those calls to make sure we get some type of answer for this community that is again just very upset by this situation, being interrupted in this way and having to deal with such a horrible tragedy on this Memorial Day weekend. I'm live outside of police headquarters. Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
It's not lost on us that police told Rafa how unstable this scene was and to get what you need and leave. But you think so much about the community that doesn't have the option to do that. That's their home, that's their community, and this is all unfolding around them. So Rafa, thinking about them right now as they're dealing with a tragic day and the continued fallout from the violence.
Now, hopefully they find the gunman very soon. I'm sure that's unnerving for them as well, knowing these
Sure.
folks are still out there.
Yeah.
All right, Rafa, thank you.